Kade ngitshelwa la ukuthi abanye bethu bayaluzwa lona ulimi kodwa hayi kahle hle. Ngakho bazothanda ukuthi bezwe ukuthi kade kuthiwa. Niyazi nani ukuthi labantu bescience bayathanda ukuthi baye kakhulu ekuthenini leyo nto iqhamuka yenzeke kanjani bagcine bethatha eside isikhathi uyayibona le. So ukusho yonke lento akade eyisho hey mhlambe ngangithatha 6 months. Okay, kodwa ke siyavumelana la nabaholi bami ukuthi kunezinto ezibalekile la okufanele siziqonde ngoba masiphumela ngaphandle kunemibuzo esiyitholayo. Number 1 eyokuthi uma uthi ama-ARVs abulala abantu yithatha kuleyo nto. Fanele ukwazi ukuthi leyo nto leyo ivelaphi yonke leyo. Yingakho ke siba nabantu abanjenge abama-scientists abazosichazela ukuthi le nto kahle kahle isebenza kanjani. Kunezinto ezibalekile la ivezile njengokuthi ukudla esikudlayo akusenawo lo yamsoco uma uqhathanisa nokudla kwangaphambilini. Ziningi izinto esezenziwa ekudleni ukuze kuthi kugcina kufika kuwena kufika sekungasenawo lo msoco odingwa umzimba. Uyayibona le nto. Yingakho ke kubalekile ukuthi kwenziwe izinto ezizolekelela ukudla esikudlayo. Izinto ezinjengawo ama-vital. Kunezinto ezibalekile ayibalile abayifakayo kulama vital ukwenzela ukuthi egcineni kosuku alekelele ukudla esikudlayo. Nayizwa leyo. Now lemsoco lo yiyo leyakha okanye yenza ukuthi umuntu abe namasotsha aqinile emzimbeni wakhe amenza ukuthi akwazi ukubhekana nezifo eziyayihlasela umzimba womuntu. Siyayidinga ke lezi zinto ukuthi sibe nazo emzimbeni yethu. Okay. Ukubalileke yena ngamagama akhe khona nje la ephambanise khona kade kufanele bakubiza ngani NAC. Empeleni kwakufanele bathi ANC. Angibazi baphambanise la. Okay. Now kulaba bezwile ngizocela ukuthi mhlambe kube nemibuzwanyana nje embalwa. Ngoba kukhona abanye abaqalayo kizona le presentation okanye ukubona uhlobo olunje le presentation. So sithe asizubavalela ngaphandle. Sizobanikeza ithuthanyana ukuze kuphendule yena udokotela. Uyayibona leyo. Kodwa ke ngifisa ukuthi kulabo abangezwanga kahle bazi ukuthi siyisanko njengamanje singena emkhankasweni omkhulu njengoba ngishilo ekuqaleni ukuthi sifuna ukuthi sikhumbuzane indlela yokuphila. Sifundisane. Yonke lento akade ishiwo la fanele silokho sifundisana nje yona kancane kancane. Sonke sigcine siyazi imizimba yethu ukuthi isebenza kanjani. Ukwenzela ukuthi ingabi lula ukuthi laba abasixhaphazayo baqhubeke nokusixhaphaza. Niyayizwa leyo. And mhlambe sengizonikeza laba ithuba enye into okufanele uyiqaphele ukuthi lama ARVs asibulalayo bayazi ukuthi thina ngasikwazi kwakhokhela. Niyayizwa leyo. Iningi lethu okuthiwa lidle lamaphilisi ngasikwazi kwakhokhela. So abantu abayitarget ke la yibo MEC bethu laba abaphoqwayo ukuthi basikhokhelele ukuthi sife. Niyayizwa la. Okay, ngicela ukuthi makukhona imibuzo ngizobona ngezandla bese ngithatha lezo zandla.
Good day, doctor. Good day, everyone. My question is addressed to the doctor. If you can answer this question for me. I've discovered that HIV is a parasitic disease. How can the micronutrients solve the problem of the HIV? I'm totally in support of the usage of macronutrients because I've also discovered that it works very well. But I would like to know if it's true that the virus, the HIV, is a parasite and how it can solve the problem.
Yes, first of all, we have to say, acknowledge this, that micronutrients are not a cure for HIV. When you mention that it's a parasitic disease, that is true. Parasitic in the sense that it gets within the cells and it becomes a permanent part of the cell. It's like a latent, permanent infection. It's not like acute infection. Like if you have a common cold, that's a virus infection. The virus comes in the body. It causes acute disease that's there for a few days and then the virus goes away. It's washed out of the system. That is not a latent or a permanent disease. With the parasite, the reference to a parasite is that a parasite can get within the cell. And the virus, you know, has a protein as well as a nucleic acid, is that RNA is a nucleic acid. That RNA makes DNA and the DNA inserts into the cell chromosome of the blood lymphocytes and it becomes a permanent part of it. So the ideal therapy would be one that will kill off the latently infected cell. That's called virus eradication. Okay? If you're saying, how can micronutrients take care of HIV parasitic infection, you are essentially implying, can micronutrients eradicate the virus from the system? There is no such evidence for that. So we don't claim that ultimately micronutrients will get rid of HIV. What we know is certain micronutrients, vitamin C, selenium, NaC, can suppress virus infection. Okay. ARV drugs are also suppressing. They are not eradicating, they are not curing, they are just suppressing. With the case of ARV drugs, we know that the effect wears out and the virus reactivates. There are also resistant strains of the virus that proliferate. Whether this happens with micronutrients, we do not know, but we do know that the evidence says that they can keep the virus suppressed. That itself is significant. This is not a permanent cure. We already said that the micronutrient therapy should be looked upon as a measure to keep the disease in check while a permanent cure is found. We don't know what the permanent cure will be. But it is still significant if you are able to keep it in check, that is to keep the virus in check. That is one effect. The other is improvement of the immune system is occurring. Now the immune system has certain powers. If you improve the immune system can fight back. Over a period of time, having a stronger immune system is going to give you greater powers to fight that virus that's there in the body. No one has looked at the effect over many, many years, what the effects would be. But if I had been given a choice, would you take an ARV drug for life or would you take micronutrient for life? I myself would choose micronutrients. Because if I have to take it for life, that is indefinitely, then I would like to take something that is not toxic to my body. Okay, so all I can say is, with respect to that question, is that there is no evidence that micronutrients will eradicate virus completely from the system, because it's not a cure. But they do have benefits in people, and it can be helpful while we are waiting for a permanent cure.